What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports the way you want it. I'm Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk, giving you another episode 29.
29.
Of 2 Cents Deposit on Sports, the place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. First of all, we want to thank you for listening to us while you're on the go. If you haven't already, go ahead and download the Spreaker app and search for Get With It Sports Media. While you're at it, go ahead and click the heart button and give us a like. It's much appreciated. Click the follow button so you can be alerted to all the shows that we have here at Get With It Sports Media. You can also watch most of our episodes on YouTube. Search for Get With It Sports 2. That's our channel name. Subscribe. Click the like button. Like, don't like, thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter, because we're going to continue to give you this stuff. And subscribe so you can be alerted for all the new episodes we have here at Get With It Sports 2 on YouTube. Bruh, everything good?
Man, I'm good, man. It's great to be a sports fan.
You ain't lying, because a lot of stuff jumped off since we was gone. And, you know, I know you missed us. We've been gone for, I think, 2 weeks, you know. We had to go on vacation, relax for a while, get ready for this football season and everything, because it's popping off real quick.
Right.
But, man, now that we back, things been jumping off this week. Let's go ahead and jump on the news tape. And, of course, what everybody been interested in, probably except me, O.J. Simpson was granted his parole after serving 9 years for armed robbery. The 70-year-old former NFL All-Star was serving a 33-year sentence for armed robbery and assault with a deadly weapon. The Hall of Fame running back was arrested on September 2007 after he and 5 men stole sports memorabilia from 2 dealers in a Las Vegas hotel room. He was expected to be given parole after keeping a clean record behind bars since being found guilty in October of 2008. Simpson's official release won't come until October, when he meets the mandatory minimum of 9 years in prison. After infamously being found not guilty in the murders of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman in 1995, Simpson found himself in legal trouble several times before being incarcerated. Following the criminal trial, he lost a civil suit that ordered him to pay a total of $33.5 million to the families of Brown, Simpson, and Goldman. Simpson could have made just over $600,000 while he was in the Lovelock Correctional Center in Nevada. That's a hell of a name for a prison, Lovelock. Okay. The money comes from his NFL pension, while he owes the families of Nicole and Ronald via a civil suit. The pension income is protected by state law. Bruh, you want to give your 2 cents first, or you want me to give you mine?
Well, let me just say, yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
You know what? Okay, my whole thing is about.
All right, before you jump off, let me ask you: did you waste your time to look at the parole hearings?
I didn't.
Okay.
It came from my phone that you got paroled, and that was my extent of the whole thing.
You wasn't the only one. Go ahead, bro.
You know, after the whole trial or whatever, which, you know, of course, they had everybody's attention back then. And then, you know, some of the 30 for 30 and, you know, the shows, you know, they got my attention. But after that, I'm OJ'd out all over again. I'm done. You know, OJ has no significance in my life, or, you know, I still feel for the families that went through all that other stuff. But, hey, a man got found not guilty, you know. I mean, I still don't understand the laws with the whole civil suit. I mean, they said I got found not guilty. Why am I still paying $33.5?
That's always been my point. Go ahead, bro.
I don't get that. I'd rather been found guilty. But you know, that is so crazy. So I just want this, you know, that's the thing about sports. You know, if it's something, I need something else to happen for the OJ thing to go away. You know, so something else happened in sports, then this takes a back seat to it. You know, so that's the whole thing. If this was doing the draft or whatever, or before the NBA trading deadline, this would be a backseat, I think. But I really don't care. I don't care.
I'm with you. I totally agree with everything you just said, man. I didn't waste any time. I woke up and seen the news. I forgot it was yesterday, Thursday, that he had the hearing. But I understand there's people that took time out their day, took some time out their life that they could been doing something else, watching OJ, and that's your prerogative.
Man, you know how many OJ parole release parties they had?
I'm trying not to judge anybody, man, but brother, man, we work nights. We need that time to get our sleep on, man. That's definitely what I did. But the back, and I agree with you. And you got found now guilty for killing Goldman and the Brown. What is his name? Simpson. Right, yeah. Brown Simpson. So why I got I don't care. Everybody that knows the legal situation, that the lawyers, whatever, you can tell me whatever you want. I don't understand why I am not guilty and I got to pay $33.5 million to the families.
I'm not guilty. So I'm paying.
So once again, I don't care if you're a lawyer and you try to explain to us how that works. It don't matter to me because common sense is what I'm working with right now. I shouldn't be coming out my pocket if I'm not guilty. But anyway, we passed that. He went to, and he went to jail because he supposedly stole memorabilia that was his eventually at the beginning. I don't know if that's worth no 9 years.
Now, right. You touched on that, and I almost forgot about that. Hell, well, you know what? The armed robbery part, I think that's what.
That's true. Right. But what about the other?
We see people shooting people going to jail for murder, and they out in 5.
Right.
Right. I mean, this is armed robbery. You got 9 years minimum.
9. Yeah. Let's just forget about the 9. That's the 9 he served on a 33-year sentence. That's what.
Right. He got sentenced 33 years for robbery.
Right.
That's sentenced 33 years.
So I guess my thing, let's we don't keep it real here. Get with the sports. We know it wasn't because of the armed robbery. It's because
of other shit.
Your past discretions, and we already know what that was. And it's like, okay, if I got 33 years and I didn't have the gun, my people I rode with had the gun that he said he didn't know that they had a gun. What happened to them?
They don't even. They're insignificant. They don't even mention them.
Exactly.
I ain't heard nothing about them since it happened.
Right. Exactly. So, you know what? Am I glad O.J. Simpson got out? I ain't glad. I don't really care. I'm done with it. Just like you said, after the 30 for 30, ESPN 30 for 30 O.J. Simpson made in America was phenomenal. That just opened up the reason why he was found now guilty. But you tell me what you think about it, people out there listening to us. But it was great, and that answers all the questions you have about the whole situation.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But after that, I'm done. I don't care what O.J. Simpson do. I don't care where he go. He's supposed to be going to Florida where his family is, grandkids, kids are going to be. But we know, I know, you know, it ain't over. Let me ask you this. All right, here's the question. And I don't know if I'm going to make a poll on Twitter about this. Who will he give the first interview to? Because he's going to give an interview. He can't help himself but try to be relevant in the news and in the sports world and the media world. Who's going to give him the first interview?
It's he either got to go high or low. So I say it's either going to be Jim Gray.
Ooh. Okay.
Or somebody who's out there running their mouth all the time. Stephen A.
Okay, cool. I ain't even gonna go with the sports word. I'm gonna say either Good Morning America or the Today Show. I'm gonna say Good Morning America would be my first pick. Then
Again,
Jim Gray is a good one. Jim Gray is a good one. I didn't think about that one.
Yeah.
Stephen A. He ain't ready for Stephen A. Nah.
Right. Stephen A. would have to be on his side for him to.
Exactly.
I got to make sure this brother on my side first.
Right.
So, you better about that. But then again, at the end of the day, I don't care.
I don't care. You don't care. But them people out there, reality TV is phenomenal right now.
Calls ringing, his attorneys getting all types of emails and everything. You know, don't be a surprise if he ain't on the Kardashians or something. Yeah.
I heard. Okay, can I tell you what I heard through the rumor mill rather? I heard. I think it's what's her name, Kris Kardashian, whatever the Mama Kardashian. Want to get with OJ.
Want to get with him or get with him?
Get with him. Brother man been in jail for 9 years. I don't care how you. Oh, you ain't ready for that. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, he ain't ready for that.
But anyway,
again, you may be.
But to wrap this up, man. I know he gonna be doing some reality TV and all this stuff. He gonna try to get that money. Well, any money he make, he gonna have to give a portion of it to the Goldman and Brown
I know
family.
Crazy. That is insane, man.
So it is what it
is.
is.
They want him to come out making money. They want him to.
They want right, exactly. They want to get some out this deal.
So they ain't stand up no checks or nothing.
Right, exactly. But before we finish off, I seen snippets of the parole hearing.
Yeah.
Number one, how you give? I don't know how the parole hearing really goes, but you get 4 people and they got to vote on whether you ready to go to 4. What if it was 2 on one side, 2 on the other? And then if that was a locked up, they had 2 more. I'm like, no, it got to be an odd number, people. It got to be an even number.
Right.
It ain't gonna work. But it was unanimously, I think all 4. And one of them had a Kansas City Chiefs tie on.
Right. That's what I heard.
I'm like, man, what the you couldn't even find a clip on. You just had to. Now, I guess my thing is, what was he supposed to do? Like mess up with OJ? Like OJ can't stand Kansas City Chiefs, and he's supposed to jar his memory or something like that, man. Make him mad. I'm like, I don't know, man. That was messed up. And number 2, OJ almost talked himself out of the parole.
Really?
He was talking, man. He was talking so much. That's the narcissistic person that OJ is. He always got to be relevant. He always got to be he got the gift for gab. You know what I'm saying? He always got to be in the limelight. And I almost kind of messed him up. And then number 3, his attorney. This dude didn't say nothing for the first 45 minutes. And he just, and normally you would tell your client, man, shut the hell up.
Right.
Just say you apologize, you contrite, and let's move. No, it was like he sat there, I'm going to let this man hang himself. Go ahead, keep talking, OJ. I'm like, man, hope you ain't paying this man.
Right. It's crazy.
But it is what it is, man. Okay, we done with OJ. I think we spent too much time on OJ. There's other stuff that we got to deal with. Especially the next thing we about to talk about happened in college football. Just jumped off yesterday. Hugh Freeze, the former, and I said former head coach of Ole Miss, resigns from the team after a reported misdial to an escort service. The school announced Thursday that Freeze have resigned effective immediately. And that co-offensive coordinator Matt Luke will serve as interim head coach. Luke has spent the last 5 years on Freeze's staff. Freeze's departure come after explosive new information reportedly put his job in immediate jeopardy. It was reported that the university found at least one call from the coaches school issued cell phone to an escort service. Stupid right there. If you're going to do some dirt, cover your trail. But y'all didn't hear that from me. The call was reportedly discovered by Thomas Mars, the attorney of former Rebels head coach Houston Nutt, who recently filed a lawsuit against the university for breach of contract. Mars sent an email to Lee Tyner, the university general counsel, and made reference to a phone call Coach Freeze made that would be highly embarrassing for all of you and extremely difficult to explain. I've got no idea, to be honest, Freeze told Yahoo Sports. I was in an 813 area code, and that was a 313 number. I think that might have been a misdial. I don't think there was even a conversation. There's nothing to it. So let me go ahead and explain what actually jumped off. The school found this number in a school issue cell phone. They was trying to blame Houston Nutt, the head coach before Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston Nutt like, nah, man, you ain't gonna disgrace my character. This wasn't me. You need to check some out. So the lawyer did some investigation and like, you don't need to look at my client. You need to look at your head coach. So they did some investigation. There was one number that lasted 1 minute to a escort service in Tampa, Florida. So he trying to say it was a misdial. So the school did some more investigation, went further, went back a couple of months and noticed that there was a pattern to this phone call. So I guess they brought it to Hugh Freeze, and Hugh Freeze was apologetic. He said it was him and he resigned. And they were saying that if he didn't resign, they were going to go through a process to terminate him anyway because of conduct. So you had another scandal. He's gone as Ole Miss. I mean, we got maybe a week or two before the college season start.
Right.
It's the wrong time to do this. It's a black eye to the school. What you think about this, man?
I think the attorney snitched.
No, yeah, but it wasn't. It was Houston Nutt's attorney. It wasn't. Yeah, he snitched. I got what you saying.
Was he snitched?
He could. Yeah, but he had to throw Freeze under the bus, man. He's some tripped up name. Hugh Freeze and Houston Nutt.
Mars and
hey, but anyway, back to I digress.
Yeah,
anyway.
but my whole thing is because you seem to be more in depth to what the whole scandal was about.
Mm-hmm.
Houston Nutt, I mean, he's no longer the coach.
Right.
Why was the attorney? I mean, why was they even going through his phone?
Good question. Good. I guess a flag came up. I'm just gonna say because that's a good question. Now if this was just one and it's a minute, it was only a minute long that they said.
Right. So I mean, who's monitoring phone calls and stuff, and why?
I guess that could be the thing now, though. That could be, it's like Houston Nutt. I forget how they went, but I don't know if he got fired or he quit or went to another job. And I'm gonna say he might have got fired, and they was trying not to pay him.
Okay.
Because of the conduct. So he lawyered up.
Okay.
They did some investigation, and this one phone call that lasted a minute pinged up. And they're like, dude, no, this ain't under Nuts watch. It just sounds funny when you talk like that. It ain't under Nuts watch. It's under Freeze watch. So Freeze was like, no, man, it was a mistake. It was a misdial. I was in 813 area code, and it's a 313 number. And like I said, they went back some more. I said, oh no.
Okay. Before Thomas Mars leaked this to the media or whatever, the school said, okay, well, let us double check and backtrack.
All right, let me stop you there. He didn't leak it to the media. He brought it to the school and let you know you need to check this out because you might want to handle this before the media finds out.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, that's crazy, but yeah, he's an idiot for doing it on the school phone.
Thank you. You make enough money.
Buy you a burner or go through
Exactly.
a phone booth, something. You don't do it on the school phone.
On the school-issued phone, man. How stupid can you get?
That's like me threatening my boss from inside the building phone.
Right. Oh, man. So, yeah, Ole Miss guys. You know what? It's just funny. I'm just going to put it out there. How you had this situation here. Then you had the situation with Rick Pitino and the escort service at Louisville with the basketball team. I ain't saying nobody's perfect, but dude, if you're gonna do some dirt, think about what you make your steps, calculate those steps, basically.
Right.
So I don't know. Let's go ahead and move on, man. Talking a little NBA happened earlier this week. I think it was Monday. The Rockets owner Les Alexander is selling the team. The Houston Rockets up for sale. Team president Tad Brown announced Monday afternoon. No exact time to close a sale was mentioned, though Brown did note sooner than later as a vague point of reference. Team owner Alexander desired to pursue passions outside the NBA as a reason for his decision. Concerning health issues, though, were ruled out as a potential move. Alexander, who is in his early 70s, bought the Rockets in 1983 for $85 million, and Forbes recently valued the franchise at $1.6 billion. Woo!
Great time to sell.
Only in America. Anyway, what you think about this? Well, let me go ahead and give you my 2 cents first. Now, you're going to sit here and tell me this ain't no health issue situation. From what I see, the man is 70 years old. He could be in good shape. He look good from what I seen. What other passions you trying to pursue outside the NBA that you want to go ahead and let go of your team?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. And then it's like you made these moves. You went and got CP3, and you gonna let the team go?
Yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying. You made a blockbuster trade to get CP3, and like, okay, I'm tired of this. I mean, you had it since 1983. Oh, I'm tired. I want to sell the team. It's something else behind that, bro. That's all I'm saying.
If it is, it'll come out later.
True.
You know, but I don't know. He could just be one of them guys that just rolled over one morning and said, "I'm done."
That's true.
That's
true.
The headache right here. Yeah, probably other businesses or other franchises, whatever. I don't know, but I'm sure this could be taxing on anybody, especially 70 years old.
That's true.
I mean, you made from 85 to 1.6 billion. Yes. Hey, I'd have been happy with them.
Right?
Yeah.
So, thought that was real interesting. Let's go move on to this next situation. I definitely got to. I'm not a LeBron fan. I don't hate LeBron. I'm just tired of his antics. That's just me. But it's just LeBron cries too much for me. That's maybe one of the reasons why I can't ride with him. Don't get me wrong. I know I respect him. He's the best player in the league, but he just cried too much. I just put it out there. But LeBron is concerned about the Cavs' lackluster offseason. James expected his team to reload in anticipation of closing the gap with the Golden State Warriors. Instead, Cleveland added non-impact veterans such as Jose Calderon, Jeff Green, and Turkish forward Sidi Osman, while losing front office stability with the departure of former GM David Griffin. This has James concerned about the direction of the team. James can become a free agent in 2018 and might leave for a different team with a better shot of contending. Furthering James' frustration was the failed pursuit of Jimmy Butler when he was being shot before the draft. Griffin was said to be working on a Butler deal mere hours before his dismissal, and shortly thereafter, Butler was dealt to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Cleveland even failed to recruit Jamal Crawford after his buyout. James played an active role in reaching out to Crawford, but the Cavaliers would only offer the veterans minimum to Crawford since they were saving the mid-level exception for Osman. Crawford also ended up with the Timberwolves. To make matters even worse for James, the Warriors not only retained their star players, but also managed to add useful pieces. Kevin Durant took a discount to keep Sean Livingston and Andre Iguodala. There was still money left over for Nick Young from the Lakers and Omri Caspi. Bruh, LeBron is the last person need to be crying about what the team's not doing. Does he remember this team, when he came over there, they picked up Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith. He's what's the the tall guy. I'm trying to remember his name. Gosh.
Love?
No. Well, okay, let's include Love. No,
I know what you're talking about.
Channing. The center, the center that can shoot.
Yeah.
I can't remember his first name.
Right.
Then he cried some more and said he needs some more help. He needs some playmakers. And even though they didn't help out too much, they went and got Deron Williams and Kyle Korver.
Korver, right.
So they are over the salary cap. They paying damn near $100 million in luxury taxes.
Right.
What more are you expect them to do in the offseason, man? They don't have any more money. And we've said this a couple of episodes ago where I said this. I think he's trying to burn the team down before he leaves out next year. You know what I'm saying? Like payback to the owner because he can't stand the owner. But, I mean, dude, they can't do anything. Their hands are tied. They gave up all their money. Oh, let's not forget they paid Tristan Thompson $80 million. And he ain't worth that. He ain't worth half of that.
Yeah, he wasn't right. He definitely ain't done nothing to earn none of that.
So my thing is,
that's who LeBron wanted. They kept everybody this guy asked for.
Yes,
everybody he asked for. You know.
And I'm not trying to, and I'm not trying to say I agree with the owner. I'm behind the owner on this, but come on, LeBron, man. You can't put all this on the owner. You got to take some of this, dude. You know, and I don't know where he's going to go next year. You know, rumors have it to the Spurs, to the Lakers, somewhere out west.
Right. Oh, do you honestly believe he's not going to be there next year?
No. He can't be. No, nah. He might be joining the other Banana Boat boys in Houston. You know, Carmelo trying to go to Houston. CP3 already there. He will not be wearing I would be shocked if he wearing the Cleveland Cavaliers uniform next year. What about you, man? What's your 2 cents?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna stay in Cleveland anyway. But at the same time, shit, he ain't giving back no money like Durant did. You know,
that's for damn sure. Right.
He didn't say, "Hey, we'll redo my contract in order for us to have a chance at getting Jamal Crawford or whomever else."
Jimmy Butler. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he never went to the front office and told Dan Gilbert, "Hey, look, restructure my shit so I get some help over here to compete like I want to compete."
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm sure that opportunity was there. You ain't heard him say nothing about that. You know. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like you said, they already over $100 million for paying for the guys that you wanted on the team. Now, because they didn't perform, hey, what they supposed to do?
Right. I did. You know what? I bought the groceries. It was up to y'all to cook it.
Right.
You know.
Can't help because cooks in Golden State.
Right. You know, they got top chefs over there, bro.
Right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Dan Gilbert, like I said, I ain't riding for him, but yeah, let's keep it real, LeBron. You need to stop crying, man. Just deal with what you got.
Yeah, he's crying right now. No-win situation.
Right.
You know, they got lucky, the one that they did win it.
Right.
They shouldn't have. Yeah, I'm still on that, yeah. But it's gonna be interesting because
Exactly.
they shaping up not to be the best team in the East right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, so.
All right, let me ask you this real quick. You expect them to? I know Boston making moves. Washington could be making moves. You think right now, this point in time, I know it's hypothetical, and I hate hypotheticals, but as of right now, you think Cavaliers are still the team to beat in the East? Well, they are the team to beat, but you think the other teams are going to pass them up? Like the Miami Heat. I say Miami Heat, Boston, Celtics, and Washington Wizards.
Yeah. I don't think they're the top team in the East no more. They could be up there just because LeBron is on that team.
Exactly.
Right. But no, they're not the top team,
Okay.
And no, they're not.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I agree with you, man. They could be 2 or 3. I can see it. But 1, it's gonna be hard, man. They building up over there, man. Oh, but let me throw this at you one time, dog. I ain't gonna say our buddy, our coworker, Hicks, brought it to me last night. He said, man, Minnesota Timberwolves looking good. I said, yeah, you're right, man. You're right. I have no denying. He said, man, they so good. I think they're going to knock out. I ain't going to say knock out. They're going to have a better record than San Antonio Spurs. I said, whoa, player, hold on, man. Wait. Think about this first before you keep on talking this crazy mess. He said, man, dude.
Yeah,
he was trying to throw some money at me and said, man, let's make a bet. I said, dude, I'm going to give you some time to think about it before we go ahead and do this. But he's saying that the Minnesota Timberwolves will have a better record and have a better record than the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah. I'm going to go holler at him tonight, then.
Go find him back and he's straight. Yeah. But, yeah, just want to throw that out there real quick. I don't want you guys out there let us know. You think my man crazy, and should I go ahead and take his pockets?
Right.
So let us know what y'all think, man. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the last thing on the NBA. This came out Wednesday that Nike and the NBA are making some notable changes to the jersey industry. Nike published an official post detailing the new threads that will be worn to kick off the 2017-2018 season. Nike and the NBA have agreed to do away with the home and road jersey designation and color assignments. In their place, Nike introduced what the company is currently referring to as editions. One notable change is the home team's ability to decide which jerseys it'll wear. Beginning with the 2017-18 season, home teams will pick which of their uniforms will be worn at all home games. The visiting teams will choose a contrasting uniform within their own assortment. Because of this change, Nike and NBA worked together to create four core uniforms for each team, classified as editions. From the looks of it, the Association Edition will replace the white home uniforms, while the Icon Edition will replace colored road uniforms. So all in all, we won't have anymore the home team going to wear their white uniforms, the away team going to wear the dark uniforms. They're going to let the home team have the first dibs of what uniform they're going to wear, and then they're going to let the away team pick a contrasting color to that team, which I'm cool with. You got your NBA lifers. That probably don't want any change. They want to keep it white and keep it colored for the games. But to me, it don't even matter, man. Long as they ain't blue and blue, green and green, you do whatever you want.
Exactly.
So you don't have any problem with it?
No, I don't have a problem with either. They jerseys, man.
Exactly. And I think, what made it even easier is that when, you had the Christmas games and
right, I get that.
You were switching up then.
And they did come out with some crazy jerseys. Some of them were camouflaged. And,
Yeah.
you know, I don't like the jerseys with sleeves. I don't like those.
I can't stand them, man.
Yeah.
I think Nike's doing away with them.
Yeah, I hate those. So outside of that, good.
Hey, it's only a marketing scheme, you know, making more money.
Yes. That's all it is, because now everybody, because Nike feel like, okay, our jersey's not selling as much as they used to no more, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we need to do something to spruce them up. Let's change everybody's freaking jersey.
Right.
You know, now
everybody got 4 instead of 2.
Right. So now everybody got to run out and get their new jersey. You got the new edition. You got that new icon edition. You know, so.
Right.
That's all about. It's always about the money, man. It's always about the money.
Exactly. You know, cash rules everything around me, man. That's it. The cream.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go to NFL. And me and Big Q from T-Boy TV, he had this next story we had to deal with because it came out of left field. We didn't see this coming. So, you know, he put it out there. You know, he wanted to talk about it. I said, man, I'll talk about it with you. And we had a nice little conversation. Shouts out to Steve. Can't remember his last name. I can't even remember his Twitter name, but Steve was on the show. His friend, a fellow Panther fan, did a great job. We had a nice discussion. If y'all check it out, I'm going to put it down in the descriptions so y'all can check it out. But anyway, back to the story. The Panthers fired the GM, Dave Gettleman, beginning of the week. The Carolina Panthers owner, Jerry Richardson, announced Monday that general manager Dave Gettleman has been fired. Gettleman had been a Panther GM since 2013. The Panthers did severely regress in 2016 by what was his record? 1-15, I think it was. No, I'm sorry, 16-10. Ooh, I mean 6-10. Oh, I'm going all over the place. 6-10. But there was no signs that Gettleman's job was in danger. He inherited a roster that was hard up against the cap due to poor contract decisions by the previous regime. I think his name is Herner, making Panthers' run to the Super Bowl even more impressive, though the roster remains rarely top-heavy. Gettleman's deteriorating, I can't even speak now, relationship to Richardson was a factor in the decision, with the issue stemming from Gettleman's handling of Josh Norman's situation last offseason, which ended with the Panthers removing the franchise tag from the cornerback, allowing him to sign with Washington in free agency. A little bit more to it. When they hired Gettleman, you know, they was hitting the cap. And Herner, I believe is his name, the former GM, was a player's GM. You know, he made decisions with his heart instead of with his head. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why they was hitting the cap. They couldn't spend any more money. So Gettleman came in 2013, wrecked shop, cleaned everything. They was under the cap. I forgot how much they was under the cap. They was extremely under the cap. And then, like you said, I think when I was talking to Big Q on his show, 3 out of the 4 years they was there, they was in first place in their division. 3 years into his regime, they made it to the Super Bowl. They had a 15-1 record. Mm-hmm. But your last year, they go 6-10. And right before training camp, you're going to fire my man? And I guess, and this is what we was talking about on the show, you know, Jerry Richardson, he's a player's owner. So it was like the play, you know, the Josh Norman situation was out of pocket when he took the franchise tag off of him and he told him to kick rocks. Thomas Davis, I think he a linebacker or defensive end, which is everybody on the team loved him. The city loved him. He was up to next, like, dude, we ain't gonna pay you all this money, so you're gonna have to kick rocks. And I think Jerry Richardson didn't like it too much, and that's why they fired him. So it's like the players will go over the GM's head to the owner to get rid of Gettleman. So we had an argument. The way he was talking to the players, I'm talking about Gettleman, the GM, the way he was talking to the players is the reason he wasn't respecting them. Matter of fact, he wasn't really talking to them. But then as GM, you had to be hard nosed, cutthroat in order to get your job done. Because what's the Greg Olson
Yeah,
was
tight.
trying to get an extension, and he got 2 years left on his contract.
I hate that.
And Gettleman was like, dude, you got 2 years left. How we going? You can't go because and I know if you let him do it, everybody and mama will come 2 years left in their contract. I want an extension. I want an extension. You can't do that. And then after the firing, Steve Smith was throwing shots at Gettleman. The running back. Guys, just flipping my mind. We just got to D'Angelo Williams.
Yeah.
Was crying, with throwing shots.
Mm-hmm.
I think Josh Norman was throwing shots. But see, it's like when Steve Smith got released, he was 34 years old. When D'Angelo Williams got released, he was 32 years old. You don't have no running back over 30 years old on your team. So he was doing his job, and then my thing was, you hired this man to clean shop, and you firing him 4 years later for doing said job. Like, dude, it don't make any sense out there in Carolina what they're doing, man. So, give me your 2 cents real quick. What you think about the firing? You think it was right? And whose side would you pick, Gettleman or Richardson? The owner, Jerry Richardson.
I'm not sure if it was right or wrong for him to be fired. I do know the job of a GM is right to keep the team moving forward, and as well as keep them under the cap.
Right.
So can't have wiggle room to do certain things at certain times. Like you were saying with the Olsen thing, yeah, I strongly agree. You don't get nobody. I'm gonna give you an extension. Let me come to you with an extension. Don't come tell me that extension. You got 2-3 years left on the contract. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna do it. The owner, I mean, you can't. Once the players start running their asylum, you're gonna have chaos and anarchy. So that's the whole thing about it. And you can't have a GM that's doing that, that's listening to everything the players say. I mean, you can listen, but you gotta listen with a grain of salt. You can't. You just can't. A job, they just can't do it. You can't do it the way they want you to do it, because they're gonna always want you to do it the way the job ain't supposed to be done. It's going to benefit them more so than the team.
Right.
What I think. So like I said again, I'm not sure if he should have been fired. I still think it's more to it, more to this story, But of course, we've been on the outside looking in. We're just gonna get the ice and we ain't gonna get the cake.
Right. I totally agree. But just to add on to that, just to give you more tripped out information, the guy that they fired for Gettleman,
yeah,
they hired him back. So right now, the guy that they fired in 2012, they brought him back. Herney, I think his name. Huh?
The guy they fired and gave Gettleman his spot to, gave his spot to, they rehired him.
Yeah.
So that's what it's more to it.
Right, exactly. And and I agree with you. And I was saying that on the show the other Wednesday night. My thing is, if you will hire me to clean shot, let me clean shot. Don't tie my hands up,
right?
Because you feeling for these players. And my example for that situation was the Oakland Raiders and Reggie McKenzie. They hired him as GM. He literally fired everybody in the front office and brought his people in. But look where the Oakland Raiders are now. And I can't stand the Raiders, but I'm gonna give respect where respect is due. Right. Look where they are right now.
They up there.
Exactly. So
it's dealt with, right.
So it's like, dude, you gotta. And honestly, Gettleman did a great job in this year's draft. They got the Christian McCaffrey, the running back from Stanford. They got some wide receivers now that they didn't have before. So it's like he was doing his job. He was getting the team back to relevancy. And 6-10 really isn't that bad. Yes. The year
You
before,
know
you
what?
made it to the Super Bowl at 15-1, but you can't
Exactly.
expect that.
That's what makes 6-10 bad. When you come off the
Exactly.
Super Bowl season at 15-1.
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't have to wait and see. So, and I'll be. I ain't gonna say I would be shocked, but I would love to see if Gettleman get a job now with another team and how he changes that team. You know what I'm saying? And, the thing was he didn't know how to speak to the players, and that might have been one of his downfalls. He wouldn't respect the player. We about to go in another direction. You ain't gonna fit that. I wish you luck and everything. Move out. Nah, he's like, dude, you fired. I don't want to talk to you. I'm going out the back door.
Oh yeah.
I'm done. Yeah. So it's like, man, talk to the man.
People skills, yes. People
exactly.
Skills.
Right. Right. So, but I'd love to see what's going to happen in the future with that situation. But let's go ahead and move on.
Oh wow.
Dallas Cowboy running back Ezekiel Elliott. This man, he can't stay out of his own way. Situation happened Sunday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning at a Dallas nightclub. Supposedly, the DJ that night was talking to a girl in his crew, and a fight broke. I didn't even say a fight. It might have been a one hit it and quit it. Somebody in that group hit my man, busted up his face, broke his nose. They show a picture of him laying on the ground, and they show another picture of him in the back of the ambulance. Some people came to the conclusion that Elliot did it, but the people that was there said it was another guy in his group that hit the man. The DJ is like 30 years old. He claimed to be physically assaulted, but did not know who assaulted him. Okay, I can see that though. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The Dallas Police Department suspended its investigation of the Cowboys running back's alleged assault at the nightclub due to an inability to contact the victim and having no witness to come forward. Sources say that the police didn't get a warrant for the security footage from the nightclub, but that the video did show the incident. The victim gave police an old address and the wrong number. The incident comes amid the NFL's separate ongoing investigation into allegations of domestic violence made against Elliott at Ohio State. ESPN's Adam Schefter hinted that Elliott could face a short suspension after the investigation concludes. Last year's fourth overall pick was also involved in another incident of apparent off-field impropriety this offseason, when he exposed a woman's breast in public at a St. Patrick Day parade. Bruh, there's a lot of things with this situation that doesn't make sense. Well, it makes sense to me, but this just goes to show that the city of Dallas loves the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to do whatever they have to do to cover up so they won't lose players, because with the beginning statement, number one, you got a DJ that got his nose broke, was in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and you mean to tell me he gave an old address and the wrong number? He got to fill out a police report, number one. Number two, he got to be, what's that word I'm looking for? To be released from the hospital. He got to fill out some information. Now, there's two things with that situation. He knew he messed up, and you probably got some clap back from Cowboys fans like, man, how y'all could do this to Ezekiel Elliott? Or number two, he got some warrants and don't want nobody to find him.
The DJ?
The DJ, yeah, the guy that got hit.
Or number three.
What's number three?
The Dallas Cowboy organization came to him with a suitcase.
Right.
And said, hey, make this go away.
Didn't think it, you're right. You're right. Didn't think about that. Right.
So this guy right here, football season can't start soon enough for this guy.
Right. Yeah.
It can't. He's in it. He's all the way in it. How old is he? 20 what?
20. He must be 21, if not 22.
Yeah, I mean, it's always something with this guy. He's next. He's gonna be on your on the news reports next, doing something he just can't shake or get out of. It's gonna be thought. He already got one of those. Who expose a woman's breast at a parade? Who does?
Right.
Who does?
Right. Right. When you got the light shine on you, you got to be smarter than that, man.
Everybody watching you. Everybody know who you are.
Right.
You're supposed to be doing your best to stay low key or whatever. Doing everything to put yourself out there.
Right.
The wrong type of publicity.
Right. Here's the other thing that got me suspicious. The Dallas Police Department didn't get a warrant for the security footage from the nightclub, but the video showed the incident. Dude, that's the first thing you should do. You go to the nightclub owner, I want to see the tape.
Right.
You ain't trying to see the tape? Come on, man. Don't insult my intelligence, man.
They saw the tape. They saw the tape. That's why they had to go get the tape so TMZ won't have the tape.
True that.
They got the tape.
Right.
That's why that dude with that suit with those stripes on that tie came to see old boy in the hospital with that suitcase.
With that metal suitcase put on the bed like you was never here.
Right. You was never here. You don't know who the hell hit you.
Right.
Right.
Good point. Now this was all right. Now last thing on this situation there was a situation of domestic violence at Ohio State when he was at Ohio State. Mm-hmm. My question is this: what's the NFL doing with the ongoing investigation? Why it's taking so long? Number one, and let me remind everybody out there. Didn't Roger Goodell said that there is a no tolerance situation when it comes to domestic violence? Yeah. Automatic 6 games.
Well, that's why they said, you said right here in this report, like you said, the NFL, he could still be facing a short suspension after the investigation concludes.
I got that, but it was a no tolerance situation, automatic 6 games. Let's not forget, with the New York Giants kicker, Josh Brown, abusing his wife, he got 2 games.
Right.
But before that, you said no tolerance, 6 games. That's why it's like Roger Goodell still doing some stupid ish.
Yeah.
He can't go by the rules. He's making calls, making rules on the fly. And that's the reason why people can't stand Roger Goodell, man. Because it's like, dude, you can't set a precedent and stay with it.
Right.
So.
Right.
All right, man, let's go ahead and move on because all right, let me ask you this. You think Elliot going to get suspended?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. I think it might be 2 games, man. That's going to hurt that team.
Yeah, and because the Giants they're not looking short this year.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me ask you this question. I know we got to go a little bit, but this morning, Jason Pierre-Paul, the defensive end for the Giants, said that he could see the team going 16-0.
No.
I tweeted, dude need to get off them medications, them painkillers, because that ain't happening.
For his finger.
For his finger, because evidently it's messing with his brain. Because they gonna be better. They gonna be
better. They don't have a 16-0 defense.
Thank you.
Or a 16-0 quarterback.
Boom. All right. That's why we did, man. All right, man. Let's get on this Michael Vick situation. This knucklehead here, and I like some Mike Vick, but I know he's not the smartest one up in the room, man. But anyway, Michael Vick doesn't believe Colin Kaepernick is without an NFL job because of his political views or his on-field play. He says it's his hair. The former NFL quarterback who knows a thing or two about rehabilitating his image joined Fox Sports 1's Speak for Yourself on Monday and kicked off the Kaepernick discussion with some new, somewhat questionable advice. He says, and I quote, "First thing we've got to get Colin to do is cut his hair." Listen, I'm not up here to try to be politically correct, really. even though, even if he puts cornrows in there, I don't think he should represent himself in that way. Just the hairstyle. Just go clean cut. Why not? You're already dealing with a lot. He's just got to be presentable. Really? Anyway, Vick believes that Kaepernick hairstyle is separating the old Kaepernick, who went to a Super Bowl and appeared to be reinventing pro quarterbacking, with the new Kaepernick, who is believed to be more about social justice than football. Bruh, number one, Mike Vick should. I know what he was trying to say. He just didn't say it right. Number two, he went to Speak for Yourself, which is hosted by Jason Whitlock, one of the most hated media members out there. You just set yourself up for failure by being on that show, because as soon as he said that haircut, Colin Kaepernick needed to have a haircut, Jason Whitlock just kept on egging him on. I'm like, come on, man. So give me your 2 cents real quick, man.
That's an idiot, man. Really, the hair? That's
hair.
Really,
yes.
that's really Vic. That's the word on the street. His hair.
Right.
His hair come back. His hair ain't got him. Well, he ain't got no job because his hair.
Right.
You sound like a freaking idiot.
And I like some. You know what?
Right show. Speak for yourself.
Right. Exactly. And I'm just gonna be real. Y'all could call this racial or whatever, man. We already know that Colin Kaepernick being blackballed because of his stance with police injustice in the United States, right? So he's being blackballed. With you making this statement, you giving the NFL and the Europeans, I'm just gonna put it out there, and the clear people a way out. So now they can say, no, see, we're not saying he's being blackballed. Look, one of your own says that he just need to cut his hair. Come on, man. Stop giving them an escape route, man. He's being blackballed. We all know the reason. And Michael Vick just sat here and gave them a way out from saying that he's being blackballed. That's all I'm saying. Cool. Now, y'all can take this as y'all want. I'm just going to keep it real here.
People in the NFL got hair coming all up on afro.
Right. Shoot, the defensive end on the Jets, he got a head full of hair. He wear a fro. It might not be blown out like Colin Kaepernick, but still, like you said, there's a lot of players up in there with a lot of hair on their head, man. Come on, man. Michael Vick just needs to be quiet. Stay in your lane. So, you got anything else on that situation, man? Yo, Brandon. Uh-oh.
Exactly. Stay in your lane.
Right. All right, man. Let's go ahead and move on. Let me ask you this question before we move on. I'm looking at the time now. We might be running against the clock. I'm looking at. Okay, cool. One more thing. Now, the ESPN, I think it's ESPN, brought out the top 10 QBs of all time in the modern age. And when they say modern age, starting in 1973. I don't care about the last 5. I don't care 6 through 10, but I'm going to give you 1 through 5. Number 1 is Tom Brady. Number 2 is Peyton Manning. Number 3 is Joe Montana. Number 4 is John Elway. Number 5 is Aaron Rodgers. Do you have any discrepancy about that, the top 5?
Yeah.
Which one?
Because I don't know where you can pick them. But Drew Brees should be in there.
Mm-hmm. Really? He might be in. Ooh, I wish I had the rest of the list.
I would.
He might be in 6 through 10. And my next one will be, and I know I'm a diehard Broncos fan, but I love my hometown Bears. Go ahead.
I would definitely
I ain't
I
hear you.
would take Elway out and stick Breeze in there. I said I would stick Drew Brees in there. Ain't
All
because
right.
I hate the Broncos. Well, I
Where
do
would
hate the Broncos, but
you would take Elway out
I,
of the top 5?
yep, and stick Drew Brees in there.
What about Brett Favre? I think he's number 6. I'm
Brett
cool with Brett
Favre,
Favre being the back
number
5.
6.
I'm cool because he threw too many interceptions. He's a gunslinger, but he threw too many
Right,
interceptions.
he threw a lot of picks.
Like
So
13 to
that's
14 interceptions each year. So yeah, he's in the top 10, but he's not in the top 5. Okay, I hear you. You say you
right.
take John Elway out and put in Drew Brees.
Yeah, I would.
He does have numbers. But let me throw this at you, bro. And you might not like this. Tom Brady ain't my number 1. I know he got 6 rings. I got all that, bro. But he's not my number 1. I will put Aaron Rodgers up there number 1.
Why?
Because of his numbers. I think even last year he threw, I'm going off the top of my dome, but I do believe that he threw 40 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Year before that, he threw 38 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. So
Yeah, but you figure even last year, Brady didn't even play 4 games.
I knew you was gonna go there, man.
And his number was comparable to theirs, and he didn't play 4 games. I'm just saying.
I hear you.
Like
I
that,
hear you. I hear you, man.
Yeah.
It matters which numbers you're looking at. Are you looking at the 6 rings, or are you looking at?
Well, definitely can't have this conversation without looking at the 6 rings.
Okay.
Because all of the quarterbacks really had the same body of work. All of them is high in touchdowns and low in interceptions. All of them going to give you pretty much 5,000 yards a season.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, then you go, okay, after you get past that, you get past the yardage, touchdowns, or whatever. Okay, you go to rings. Okay, we know who'll have that one. Then you say, okay, well, who worked with less? Who got more done with less?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You know, so
right. But then you can put Aaron Rodgers in there too. It ain't like he got a wide receiver squad other than Jordy Nelson. Who else is up in there?
now then you can go back to Brady. Yeah, he take a bunch of no names.
True.
and you win with them.
Right.
And you win with them.
All right, man. So let me tell you my 5. I'm
Your 5.
rearranging.
Okay.
Number 1 is Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Number 2 is Tom Brady.
Okay.
Number 3 is Joe Montana.
Okay.
Number 4, John Elway. Number 5, Peyton Manning.
Okay. That's not a bad 5.
No.
It's not a bad 5. And I don't think however you shake it up, you're going to get a bad 5.
True.
It's going to be hard to sit there and you go from what you say, 73 till today, 5, that'll be hard.
I think Dan Marino's in the bottom 2. I don't even – you know what? This might be blasphemous. You think Dan Marino overrated?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Act like I didn't even say that, man.
Nope.
I got you.
He just don't have the rings. He just don't have the rings.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. I was gonna get into this NFL players being jealous from the NBA's monster contracts, man, but we went way over what we supposed to do. So I'm gonna say that to next week. All right, man. Let's go ahead and close shop. The crew here at Get With It Sports want to thank you for taking the time to listening to the 2 Cent Deposit on Sports podcast. Once again, while you're here, go ahead and click the follow button so you can be alerted to all the new episodes that we have here at Get With It Sports Media. If you're watching us on our Get With It Sports 2 YouTube channel, let us know how we are doing by giving us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And don't forget to subscribe. And go ahead and tell us what you think about the topics that we just said, because we got some interesting topics that we just mentioned, and we just want to hear your feedback on what's going on. To find us on Twitter, you can find me at Get With It Sports. My partner here in crime, Brandon, at LEB412. You can read the post on our blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook /Get With It Sports, or contact us via email at getwithitsports2, that's the number 2, at gmail.com. We got good things going on here. Just will give you a quick info of what's going on. Yesterday, I put together the Get With It Sports Pick 'em or Shut Up League, weekly picks contest that we have every year. This is our 6th year. You keep growing each year. I'll put out the invites to people who used to be in there. If you want to get into the group, go ahead and email me at getwithitsports2@gmail.com, or hit me up on Twitter at getwithitsports. I give you the passcode and you up in there. I expect to see more people up in there. Second announcement that we have, we're going to give shouts out to Team Board TV, Cane and Ice, AA Sports, TWSS Sports, which is an acronym for That's What She Said Sports. That's Nicole, and Left Handed out of New York. We forming like Voltron to give you something new and fresh. We're joining together to have a network called Urban Arena Media. Stay tuned for that. We got a Facebook page up for that /Urban Arena Media. Check us out. We're going to have all our shows, all our articles dumped in one place, so you can get to know the people we deal with, that we get down with when it comes to sports talk. So they expect new things here. We'll Get With Sports and the other network. The other shows that we have here. So enough rambling, bro. I'm tired. You tired. We about to get up out of here, bro. So for Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports the way you want it. I'm your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here. And as always, be good, be safe, get with it. Peace. The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. Give you another episode 30. Oh, snap. Is it episode 30? Hold on just a second. I meant to check that before we got on here. Doggone it.